Hi friends, it's Miss Heidi here. I am outside, the sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. I can really tell that spring is on the way. And one of the ways I know, when I am walking around in my yard right now, I see all kinds of little baby plants poking up from the ground. And what's really cool is all those plants start from a tiny seed. Even a big tree grows from a teeny tiny seed. We only get to see what happens on top of the ground when the plants come up. But did you ever wonder what things look like under the ground? What's going on with this seed? I'm going to show you a really fun way to grow a seed where you can see what's going on under the ground. All right, you don't need very many things to do this. All you need is a glass jar, some cotton balls, and some bean seeds. You can either buy a packet of seeds from the grocery store, or if your mom has some beans in your cupboard, which she might, they work great too. All right, here is what we do. All right, friends, this is what we do. The first thing I am going to do is I am going to fill my little jar up with my cotton balls. Just going to push them down in there. And then I'm going to tuck in my seeds. All right, see, I have my little bean seeds here. And all I'm going to do is poke them down into my cotton. And you can do a couple in your jar. It's fun to watch a bunch of seeds. But see what I've done here? I've tucked them in to the cotton. And now I'm going to water the cotton. I'm going to just take a little water and keep it nice and moist. And then the hard part, the waiting. It might take a couple of days for your seed to start doing something, but don't give up because it will do something. And you have to be sure you keep it nice and moist, but not soggy. The seeds don't like to be underwater, just a little bit wet and in a nice warm place. All right, so let's see what we might see happening. All right, the first thing you might see from your seed is that the skin will start to look kind of wrinkly and a tiny root bud will poke out. The roots will continue to get longer and poke downward, and a stem will poke out of the seed too. The stem is the part that's going to reach up and poke out of the ground. The roots will continue to get bigger and more complex. They kind of look like a spider web. The roots are the part of the plant that stay underground, and that is how the plant gets water and nutrients. Its food is in the dirt, and the roots absorb the food and it travels up the plant into all the leaves and all the parts of the plant. You can see on this one that the stem is getting bigger and it almost looks like some leaves are starting to form too. As time goes on, the roots will keep growing and the stem will grow taller and more leaves will begin to show on our baby plant. If you want to keep growing your bean plant, you'll need to plant it in some dirt. You can either do that in a pot, or if it's warm enough, you could plant it out in your garden. Just gently remove the cotton balls and try to get the plants up out of them. If a cotton ball sticks to the roots, that's okay. You can actually just plant the cotton ball along with the rest of the roots. Once you plant your plant, it will grow up into a big bean plant. Eventually, that bean plant will get flowers, and the flowers will turn into delicious beans that you can eat. And the amazing thing is that inside those beans are more seeds, and those seeds will become new baby bean plants. Aren't seeds amazing? So friends, I hope you have a lot of fun watching your bean seeds grow. Remember though, they are baby plants and you have to take care of them. A really good way to water your seeds is with a spray bottle. It's an easy way to make sure they get just the right amount of water. All right, I hope you have fun. I would love to see some pictures of your baby plants. See you later. Okay, friends, maybe while your mom or dad are finding the things you need to grow your seed, you can listen to this silly story. It's called The Bad Seed. The Bad Seed. I am a bad seed, a bad seed. Oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and they say, that seed is so bad. When they think I'm not listening, they mumble, there goes a bad seed. But I can hear them. I have good hearing for a seed. How bad am I? You really want to know? Well, I never put things back where they belong. I'm late to everything. I tell long jokes with no punchlines. I never wash my hands or my feet. I lie about pointless stuff. I cut in line every time. I stare at everybody. I glare at everybody. I finish everybody's sentences and I never listen. And I do lots of other bad things too. Know why? Because I'm a bad seed. A bad seed. I just can't help it. Sure, I wasn't always this bad. I was born a humble seed on a simple sunflower in an unremarkable field. I had a big family, seeds everywhere. We found ways of having fun. We were close. But then the petals dropped and our flower drooped. It's kind of a blur. I remember a bag. Everything went dark. And then a giant. I thought I was a goner. I thought I was done for. I screamed and I hollered, but I was spit out at the last possible second. I flew through the air and landed under the bleachers with a huge thud. When I woke up, it was dark outside. A wad of gum had softened my fall. I felt okay, but something had changed in me. I'd become a different seed entirely. I became a bad seed. A bad seed. That's right. I stopped smiling. I kept to myself. I drifted. I was friends to nobody and bad to everybody. I was lost on purpose. I lived inside a soda can. I didn't care and it suited me. Until recently. I've made a big decision. I've decided I don't want to be a bad seed anymore. I'm ready to be happy. It's hard to be good when you're used to being bad, but I'm trying. I'm taking it one day at a time. Sure, I still forget to listen, and I still show up late, and I still talk during movies, and I do all kinds of other bad stuff. But I also say thank you, and I say please, and I smile, and I hold doors open for people. Not always, but sometimes. And even though I still feel bad sometimes, I also feel kind of good. It's sort of a mix. All I can do is keep trying and keep thinking, maybe I'm not such a bad seed after all. Hey, look, there goes the bad seed. Actually, he's not all that bad anymore. I heard that. The end.